Hi guys, hope you're all doing well. Blessed Lily here with another pick a card reading. In this one, we're going to be taking a look at your journey towards your future spouse, towards your divine counterpart. We're going to be taking a look at what could be in the way with regards to your shadow aspect. We're going to see how things are going to play out, how the meeting will go, and what sort of relationship you can expect to have with your future spouse. That being said, guys, as usual, remember that this is a general reading, so only take what is going to resonate with you, leave the rest out on the table. For personal readings, you could always email me. My email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with more exclusive content, additional discounts, magical rituals, and much, much more. Make sure to check it out. Alright, my lovelies. So for today's reading, we're going to have three options. This is option number 1 with the Labradorite. Option number 2 with this gorgeous green fluorite. And option number 3 is with this rainbow pyrites. So go ahead, take a deep centering breath in, see which crystal you're mostly drawn to. If you need a bit more time, pause the video because we're going to go ahead and get started with option number 1. Option number 1, welcome to your reading, darlings. So let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, I want to see the shadow aspect of yourself that could be standing in the way of you guys entering this union. So shadow aspects are the unconscious parts of ourselves that we might not even be aware that we have. But let's go ahead and take a look what is yours. Alone in the world. Okay. So option number 1, I feel that this is your beautiful energy. There's something about you feeling like you being isolated, you really feeling like alone in the world, you really struggling to find, not even just romantically, but just overall, you're really struggling to find people to connect with. I feel like quite a lot of you could be star seeds. A lot of you guys could just be feeling like you are not part of this world in one way or another. It's like you came here and you just can't seem to find meaningful connections. And that energy, that shadow aspect of you, it tends to sort of act as a defense mechanism. Because there could be like a part of your life where you were surrounded by people who you really couldn't connect with. But I think that with time, it's something that developed into a defense mechanism. It's like this truth that isn't truth anymore, but you keep seeing it as truth. And it's very isolating. Even before the whole pandemic began, it's almost like when the isolation started, it's almost like you said something like, oh well, not a lot has changed for me, because you weren't really somebody who was outgoing in the first place. You weren't really somebody, or even if you were, it was more about like establishing this connection. And I feel for a lot of you guys, it's this energy of just thinking that there isn't anybody out there, or thinking that there is, but it's like you can't find them, you can't connect to them. So there's this energy, this shadow attribute, this aspect of your personality that tends to get in the way without you realizing, because sometimes even when people try to approach you, you're still, sometimes you tend to withdraw. And it's okay, because like you're saying, it could be like a coping mechanism that you developed in the past for you to, for you to find a way to exist. But there's a lot of loneliness, and there's a lot of like this energy of nobody, like you have high standards, and that's a beautiful thing. But sometimes they turn into, again, like defense mechanisms. And sometimes you guys, and again, this is a general reading, so if this part doesn't resonate, then just leave it. But I do sense that with this shadow attribute, that sometimes you tend to be a little bit too harsh and too critical of people who are trying to approach you. or like you tend to overthink those connections because you might be thinking that they want something from you because this is what you experienced in the past and you had to be extra vigilant. So you sort of like build this wall around you, and you don't really show yourself to anybody, the real you, because there's something about you not like a feeling that you might not be accepted for the real you because you might have had some issues being accepted before. So it's almost like you want your significant other, you want your future spouse to know the exact way towards your heart, to know exactly what to do, to know exactly like which words to say, what flowers to bring to you, you know, to know all the passwords to your heart. And like I keep saying, like this is a valid thing, but now maybe it's something to shed some light on. Maybe it's something to take a look at, because right now this is actually holding you back. This is actually delaying you meeting this amazing person with whom you can be yourself, with whom you won't have to wear a mask, with whom you will not feel like you're alone in the world. Okay, so let's pull a couple more cards to see the situation. But the thing is, see, it's like they're saying enough. Enough with the situation. The situation is there. They have been lonely for long enough. Now let's talk about how things are going to change. All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at how things are going to change, because the King of Cups is there. The King of Cups, they just want you to know that your Prince Charming, that your King Charming, your Queen Charming exists. Okay. So they just want you to just start accepting this, that you know, even though you do have this very strong energy that you are alone, and maybe some of you might even say things like, oh, I'm meant to be alone forever because this and because that, or you know, some of you might think that because of your age or because of where you live or your story or your experience. And there's a lot of energy of like, you know, having lost hope. So first and foremost, the cards want you to know, and your spirit guides want you to know that you are not going to like be alone forever. Really aren't, okay? Because they want you to see that there is this energy of the King of Cups, and the King of Cups upright, this is somebody who is very friendly, very emotionally available, somebody who could listen to you, somebody who could be a friend, a lover, you know, a partner in crime at the same time. So that King of Cups is somebody who brings a lot of love and a lot of emotions. This is the most emotional, emotionally available, what is it called? Emotional intelligence. There we go. Emotionally intelligent person. And it's for quite a few of you, this person is actually very close to you. For some of you, you might already know this person, or they're just like around the corner, because there's this energy of feeling like the way they came up, they're like, baby, you're not all alone in the world. You're not. See, again, it's like, hold on. There we go. The Lovers. They're saying choose love. Choose love. Other than fear. Other than loneliness. They're saying that right now you might not see it because you're closing yourself off. Right now you might be, you know, it's this energy of like, you shall not pass. They have a very good sense of humor as well. But what I'm seeing is they're saying that love is so close to you. Love is so close to you. And the interesting thing is, because we have somebody who's naked over here, somebody who's naked over here. For some of you, it could also be that you might have some issues with self-acceptance, acceptance of your body, and you might think that somebody might have some issues with your body or your height or your weight or your complexion or your nationality or background, anything like that. Some of you might feel that because you haven't connected with your family, because maybe you weren't proud or you were ashamed of what they did, or you didn't want to be part of that family, or you just don't align with them, you might think that somebody you'll be judged, you won't be understood, and they're saying no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And they just want you to know that you are going to be accepted as you are. Like, you won't have to change anything, you won't have to alter anything. If you have altered something, then that's cool as well. It's about acceptance over here. But they're saying that you need to accept yourself, and you need to accept the idea, the energy, that even if you want to be all alone in the world, let this person come through and be alone with you. It's about feeling safe. And they're saying this person is very close to you. So it could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Like, they really want you to start feeling a little bit more optimistic. Because they are going to, there's this energy of literally them wanting to see you bare, wanting to see you, like all of you, and accept you, and hug you and love you and kiss you, and like say that, you know, you're not alone. You are not alone, and this person is coming through. But they're saying it's like it shouldn't be. It's saying don't. How do I phrase this? It's saying don't rely on somebody else to make you feel that you're not alone, because this being alone in the world, it's a disconnect with yourself. So they're saying that love and your future spouse and your divine counterpart is an amazingly big part of it, but they want you to also understand it's about you connecting with yourself, with you not feeling that you're alone in the world because you are at disconnect with yourself, because you're not accepting some parts of yourself, or you know, and that's why you think somebody is not going to accept you. So they want you to know that you are acceptable, and shed some light on this beautiful energy. Shed some light, because this shadow attribute is a very sad and very lonely one, and it needs love. That's what healing of your shadow aspects ultimately is giving this part that you felt was unlovable love, and accepting it and integrating it. Let's talk a little bit more about the sort of relationship you can expect with your future spouse. And because your future spouse is coming through here, guys, somebody who's very talkative, who's very, it's this energy of, like, you know, somebody who's a friend, somebody who's very supportive, somebody, again, I'm hearing like partner in crime, like, you know, getting up to mischievous things, ordering in some pizza, going to see some movies, going to galleries, going for walks. It's like literally doing things together and being able to open up and feeling like you're not alone in the world. And the interesting thing is, they're saying it's not going to be just your future spouse, it's not just going to be your divine counterpart, but it's also going to be attracting new people, new friendships, new connections, finding your soul family. That's being very, very important over here. Saying stop trying to, it's also for quite a few of you, it's like trying to be unnoticed, you know, when you don't want to be seen, when you want to blend in. And they're saying like this is not your path. Like you're meant to be seen. You're meant to have a good, yeah, see? Saying you're taking away from yourself. You're taking away the time that you could be happy by being upset, by being lonely. And they're saying, oh, you're so beautiful and you're so handsome. Don't you ever question that? And they keep, this is so sweet. Like they're saying, I want to kiss your tears away. Like I literally want to kiss your tears away. Let them come through. They want to come through. He's saying it will take some time. It will take some time to get through this energy, but you will get there, and you will have a, like you will start building. This is not going to be happening overnight, guys, but they're saying that you will start building a very solid foundation over here for a relationship. There's a lot of disappointment. There's a lot of like, even as I'm doing this reading, it's like they're saying that there's a lot of resistance to happiness. There's a lot of resistance to being a little bit more optimistic. Like feeling like you can't move forward. But they're saying it's time to believe in the impossible, because really it is possible. Because you're not meant to be alone. You're not meant to be lonely. And they're saying it's this energy of literally being connected by the stars somehow with the High Priestess. There's something about you guys like communicating in 5D, but they're saying it's like it's not good enough. It's not good enough for me, because they want to feel you and to touch you and to talk to you and to smell you and to hug you and to look at you and do other things with you. So they're saying that, you know, it's time to go from dreaming about this into bringing it, allowing it to come into your life. Because your relationship is going to be of like two people who or it's almost like, it's gonna sound really cheesy, okay, but it's almost like you guys are meant for one another. And you will be like, oh my god, I can't believe like I can really be myself, and it's such a relief. I can really be myself with you, and it's like such a relief when I'm saying it. And I feel like you guys are going to be relieved. So that's what I'm saying for you, lovely option number 1. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Remember to hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming content. If you want a personal reading, you could always email me. My email is in the description box below. It says the links to my Patreon page with exclusive content, additional discounts, magic rituals, and much more. Make sure to check it out. Alright, my lovelies, take good care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 2, welcome to your reading, darlings. So, if you were drawn to this green fluorite, let's go ahead and get started on your reading. So first and foremost, I want to take a look at the shadow attribute, shadow aspect. What energies are preventing you from meeting the one, from meeting your future spouse, your divine counterpart? Let's go ahead and take a look at what could be the issue over here. Sacrifice. So a lot of warriors, a lot of sacrifice that is coming through over here. Some of you guys could be life path number 7, or that you guys could have been born on the 7th or in July. So I want you to take a look at this card because these are the energies that are coming through very strongly for your options. So with sacrifice, I'm seeing that a lot of you guys, there's a lot of fear, but this fear is being masked by this armor. Okay, you guys tend to be overprotective of yourself, of your heart. You have this the thing is, like, there's like a part of you that is really like screaming out enough. It really is screaming out enough. I feel like you guys, a lot of you grew up having to sacrifice what it is that you truly want. I feel that, you know, from the early age when you were beautiful, little, innocent, there's this energy where you constantly had to sacrifice a lot of things. Your wants and needs weren't really considered, weren't really taken into consideration. It's also telling me a lot that you grew up with this model of having to sacrifice your happiness, having to sacrifice your comfort in order to fit in, to please others, without even realizing. It does happen a lot with children of abusive parents or very strict parents, parents who maybe have some sort of addictions, and they can become very unexpected. Okay, so it's this having to be extra vigilant, and maybe you guys had to grow up really fast. Maybe you had to grow, maybe you had to look after your siblings, or even had to become the parent to your parents. So you had to sacrifice a lot, and it's something that has been instilled upon you, and something that you now tend to think is part of your decision. Okay, there's a lot of fear that was passed on from other people, fear that you need to act a certain way, to do this, that, you know, if you're a woman you need to do this, if you're a man you need to do this, and it might go against what you truly want, so you tend to sacrifice and sacrifice. This shadow comes up for people also who you know, wanted to study art but ended up doing accounting, who wanted to do singing but ended up, you know, doing IT. It's constant sacrifice, and you have been led to believe that for you to find happiness, for you to find the one, for you to find a good husband or a good wife, you will have to sacrifice certain aspects of yourself. And this shadow attribute is almost like you want love, you want intimacy, but there's this other part of you that is sort of rejecting it on an unconscious level because you don't want to sacrifice anymore. So it's almost like a push-pull energy that I'm feeling over here. But you guys are very strong, and a lot of you tend to take on things from yourself, from other people, expectations, dreams, desires that aren't really yours, because you've learned to sacrifice a lot of things. And it's like over and over again, over and over again. But there's a part of you that's within you, that's crying out, that's reaching out and saying, please notice me, please remember. You know, it's like they want you to be selfish. They want you to pay attention to yourself, to stop sacrificing, to stop being the warrior for everybody. Like, I can literally feel this energy of despair that you might be experiencing. And sometimes it manifests as anxiety, as panic attacks, but you don't even realize why it is. Sometimes it might be giving you like indigestion, because like when we, like one of the reasons for indigestion, if we're talking about energy reasons, psychological reasons, is because you can't digest something. It's like you keep giving these ideas and energies to yourself, but you like, it's something like, you know, your body's trying to reject, your energy field is trying to reject, but you're not noticing it. So it's trying to give you this discomfort so that you guys finally see that, you know, this is not the answer. This is not yours. You're trying to consume, like you're not giving yourself what it is you truly want because you keep trying to sacrifice it. And for a lot of you, it's like you feel you have to sacrifice your love life, you have to sacrifice your like opinions or something like this. And you don't want it. You don't want to do that. So you tend to fight potential suitors off. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at how this is going to change. Okay, this has a lot to do with you guys repressing your sexual desires as well. A lot to do with your passion, with your sexuality, with your acceptance of this part of yourself. You're hiding yourself. Like, see, if she puts the the helmet, if she puts the helmet down, then you can't even really, it's about, you know, protecting your body as well. So you're sacrificing pleasures of the flesh, pleasures of a lot of sacrifice. With some of you guys, that could be, you know, under the, maybe probably under pretense is not the right word, but I think you're going to understand what I'm saying. It could be like under the pretense of spirituality, under the pretense of cleansing, or under the pretense of traditions, things like this. But truly you are extinguishing your internal fire, your internal passion. Because your sexual energy is not just about sex. This is about drive. This is about ambition. This is about confidence. Like, there's a lot of things linked. And when you take such a big part of yourself and you repress it and you sacrifice it for one reason or another, it takes away a lot of vital energy. So now that's very interesting, because for option number one, we had the King of Cups that came out straight for you. Here we have the King of Wands. And don't forget, it doesn't matter if you're male or female watching this. I'm talking about energies. Okay, so, but although I do see this is mostly male energy over here. So with you guys, your future spouse is going to, like, this divine counterpart is also coming through and saying, listen, I'm actually quite close. But the thing is, with you, it's not going to start as a friend. It's going to start as a passion, as romance. It might even be a holiday romance. It might be a work romance, but it's something that is going to feel adventurous. Okay, because you are finally going to say, you know what, I'm done sacrificing. For some of you, it's going to be a sudden decision, a major decision that you're going to have to make. For others of you, you will be going backwards and forwards on it, and that's okay as well. But what I'm seeing is that you're going to experience this adventure, that you're going to take a chance on this person, that you're going to feel and to feel wild. There's something about going wild. There's something about women remembering that they are women, men remembering that they're men, not that you are some, like, a body that needs to sacrifice constantly and to be ultra responsible and saint. You know, nobody is a saint. Nobody is holier than, you know. And it's this accepting of this part, accepting the part that you want to have fun, that you want to feel desired, that you want to go out and have an adventure, that you want to try out a few things, that it doesn't always have to be, you know, serious and vanilla and things like this. For you, it's something about, like, living dangerously, but, you know, obviously within reason. So for you, your future spouse is like, they're saying, you're not going to expect me to become your future spouse, because you're finally going to let go of this, like, idea of having to sacrifice, of having to earn love, of having to earn happiness, and just be happy. And it sounds really simple, but it can be incredibly difficult to do with the conditioning that you guys have over here. Because it's very difficult to feel feminine, to feel free, to feel, you know, to be seductive when you're wearing a bunch of metal around you, and you need to, you know, carry this sword around, because God forbid somebody can get too close. They're saying you might have to go. Some of you might have a feeling that you're sacrificing something for the children. Okay, you might have a child or children, and you're saying, okay, I need to sacrifice my my happiness or whatever. For some of you, you guys have been led to believe that your parents sacrificed things for you, and they put on this guilt on you so that you have to do things because they sacrificed so much. And now what do you mean you want to have love? What do you mean you have to you know, you want to do this? It's all about making sure that everybody's happy. So, you know, it's this, there's an air of manipulation over here, but I'm seeing that some of you guys, you might have to move to a different location, or this could also be an indication that you are going to explore. Again, about exploration, and that's a beautiful, beautiful energy, because you guys are being brave, really finding that energy, that fire, that passion within you to live for you, to stop sacrificing, to explore the option of living your life without giving something away. You might also meet this person while traveling. And they're saying that don't it's something about, you know, like if you do have children and you feel like you're sacrificing your happiness for theirs, or you feel like you're sacrificing your love life so, you know, that they can be happy, or something like this. They're saying, like, don't. Because children, when they see a happy mother or when they see a happy father, that's what they're going to remember. It's not what you say, it's how you act. Like, people tend to sometimes think that children learn like by having something said to them, but it never is really like that. It's about seeing and being led by example. And you know, when people stay, for example, together and they argue or there's tension, and they try to pretend that everything is okay, children feel that. So they're saying don't instill the guilt on your children, consciously, subconsciously, because they want you to be happy. And your inner child wants you to be happy. And the King of Wands within you and the Queen of Wands within you wants you to be happy. It's like to stop sacrificing things. See, again, it's like they're saying that it's time to move on from thinking that it's like your dreams can't come true, or that you need to, again, sacrifice something. And your future spouse really wants you to know that it's like you feel like everything has to come extra hard, and they're saying no, like this needs to change, because things are changing with the Wheel of Fortune. For some of you guys, okay, and again, this is a general reading and it depends on your age and loads of other things, but for some of you, you could be meeting your future spouse in October or within the next 10 months. They're coming through very strongly. They're saying that, you know, this could be happening very soon, but stop feeling that you need to sacrifice something. Like, you really don't. You can be free, that you can have fun, that you can, you know, be in whatever mood and still be loved. That you can listen to what it is you like, you desire, like get your desires met and be okay with it without having to sacrifice things. So this person, this King of Wands, is really going to turn things around. And they're saying all you have to do is just let him or her do it. Let them do it. Go with the flow. See where it leads you. Don't suppress your sexual side. Don't suppress your adventurous side. Don't suppress your instincts. Don't like feel that you are taking away from somebody or from something, and you know what I mean. They just keep saying like go for it. Because there's definitely going to be a lot of excitement. For some of you, I'm literally seeing like things turning around big time. Doing cartwheels, for some of you. Because this person coming through, they are, let me tell you, they are hot, they are charming, and they have such a different perspective on things than you do. Such a different perspective. They could be loud, they could be charming, they could be, you know, somebody who is about like a bit of a hedonist as well, somebody who wants to enjoy life. And they're saying, I'm going to take you on a wild ride. So let them. Then there's like, they're showing me like from passion, there's going to be love. And this person will help you see the dynamics that were in the past. Because I'm seeing a very interesting relationship over here. And they're saying, you know, you won't have to cut anything anymore. They're saying you will finally like see the truth. You will finally see, yeah. That you have really been defending, like a lot of you guys are defending this shadow attribute. You guys have like really are defending it, and that's okay. And that's absolutely okay, because it's such a big part of you. But they're saying that there's going to be in this relationship, seriously, there's a lot of passion, guys, for real. Fire, passion, adventure, a lot of laughter. Maybe we're talking about somebody who does MMA or you know, somebody who plays tennis or who plays golf. But you guys are going to try a lot of beautiful new things with your future spouse. And you're not going to expect them to become your future spouse. You're just going to go like, you know what, I'm just going with the flow. I don't expect anything. I don't... like it's going to be easygoing, and this easygoing is going to lead to like being the greatest romance, the longest romance, and like the biggest love of your life. So yeah, expect the unexpected. Option number 2. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading and I hope it resonated. Please like, share, and subscribe. Remember to hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos for personal readings on your future spouse, career, spiritual guidance. You could always email me. My email's in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with exclusive content, additional discounts on my personal readings, magic rituals, and loads of other interesting fun stuff. So make sure to check it out. All right, my lovelies, take good care of your amazing selves now. Bye. Option number 3, welcome to your reading. Let's go ahead and take a look at how the journey to your significant other is going to go. So first and foremost, I don't know, this crystal is just like leaving me speechless at times, guys. I don't know what it is. They're so beautiful and unique, and I feel like this is you. You're so beautiful. There's something so unique about you, so multifaceted. There's so many layers to you. You're so complex, and so there's something about you that's just wow. but it's almost like you don't see it. I feel like you guys have a lot to do with magic. You guys have a lot to do with like out of this world. This is what I'm hearing. And you shine and you sparkle, but it's like people made you think otherwise. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what energies, what shadow aspects of yourself, what could be preventing you from meeting your future spouse, your divine counterpart. Addicted. Number 11. A lot of you guys who picked option number 3, you resonate with the idea of twin flames. Yeah, because I'm seeing that there's a lot of runner chaser dynamics. I'm seeing that there's a lot of energy of it's just giving me this heaviness that you don't see your uniqueness, you don't see your beauty, you don't see how freaking amazing you are. And like seriously, I wanted to swear just then, but because you're so fantastic and you keep doubting yourself, there's a very strong connection to being addicted to somebody, to being addicted to a particular person, to being addicted to a particular type of person, to being addicted to a particular type of relationships, okay, or a particular outcome. Like you guys, the energy over here is of being chained to something or to someone. This is giving me an energy. If we're talking about tarot, this would be the devil. This would be this, being chained and sort of somebody really dragging you down. And the thing is, you're so creative and you're so beautiful. And it's like like somebody really hurt you. And for each time somebody hurts you, you put a spike over here. You put a spike to make sure that nobody approaches from the back. And you put a chain around yourself over here to make sure that you don't leave this. There's something about you feeling like you need to stay here. Something like, I will pull a few tarot cards with you guys, because this one is so deep and it's so there's this loss of hope. Like somebody really messed you up. Really, somebody messed you up. And it's either that you can't get rid of this energy. It could be, somebody from the past. It could be a parent. It could be a relative, a sibling. It could be a lover. But there's this thing where you guys are not free. You guys are addicted. You guys keep coming back to either a specific person or a specific situation, a specific, you could be addicted to having negative, to predicting negative outcomes. This could be it too. Let me see. I want to pull a couple more cards. It's this energy where it's this vibe where you guys keep extinguishing yourself. Like expecting, even when there's happiness and possibilities, it's like you're telling yourself that, oh my darlings, it's like you're saying that, it's not for me, it's not meant for me, like it's going to go bad anyways. You're not seeing the sunshine. Okay, let me dig a little deeper. It's almost like you're not letting, there's this energy of not allowing yourself to have happiness for one reason or another. It's like you've changed yourself. You're not letting yourself come out. And a lot of you have gone through like a narcissistic relationship, I'm sensing. Maybe separation, very difficult separations. Maybe you witnessed your parents or your friends go through a very difficult, and you feel like you need to stay like stay in this energy. For some of you, it could be fear of happiness. Fear of happiness because somebody wasn't happy in your family. For example, you know, if you have a father or mother who wasn't happy, it's this energy, and it's going to sound weird, yeah, but it's this energy where you are afraid of having this happiness, of maybe feeling like you might end up rubbing it in their face, or having somebody tell you that, you know, this is the way it is. For a select few of you, you might even think that there's some sort of like magical curse on you, or somebody has been doing some sort of magical things. But it's this energy of like being addicted to it. This is a grown-up shadow, a grown-up. The other two could have also been like, you know, shadows that were born in when you were younger. This one is more of a grown-up. So it could even be coming from like old previous lifetimes, because I am getting like an old soul. Okay, let's talk about your divine counterpart. Let's talk about the journey. What's going to happen? I want to know who's going to take the chain off. You guys are going to overcome it. You guys have all the energy, all the possible. Right now, it might not seem like it, but they're saying that this one, like this shadow, is like it's really powerful. But this is the part of you that's incredibly powerful. And they're saying that you can really overcome this. Really overcome this. With the Hermit over here, they're saying that you are so much more than you imagine. You're so, again, I can't tell you, like, it's almost like you guys, you can't accept compliments. You think that if somebody gives you a compliment that they might be lying. It's difficult for you to accept that you are fucking fabulous. Excuse my French, but I couldn't like resist. It's like you're so phenomenal, and you will overcome this addiction, whether it's overthinking, whether it's anxiety, whether it's thinking you know, that you need to be in this twin flame dynamic when somebody is being an a-hole, and they're just saying, no, you will see that if somebody's being an a-hole, then you just walk away. And they're also saying that you will need to, like, you will drop the expectations of other people. Somebody you might have, again, it's this strong energy of influence of a mother. Maybe your mother was, like, this could be triggering for some people, but maybe your mother had rather, let me put this delicately, maybe they had some issues with their mental health. Maybe they had some issues with substance abuse, things like this. And they keep saying that this is not you, this is not part of your story. And even if we are talking about you feeling that because that there's something that happened in the past that could be, you know, be standing in the way, they're saying no. Because you are so damn powerful, guys. Like, not even funny. You have so many beautiful spirit guides. You have so many like helpers and support. But they're saying we can't do anything unless you let us, unless you allow us, unless you see this chain that's been like, it's almost like, again, you're feeling like you're addicted to a particular person, to a particular, and your future spouse is not somebody who's going to make you feel like that. Your future spouse is saying, I'm going to give you freedom, and there we go. Freedom. You're meant to experience freedom. It's about learning to be free. It's about taking chances. And you guys will take a lot of chances on your beautiful selves. And with the Ten of Pentacles, look, your future spouse is coming through and saying, I believe in you. And I can't wait to meet you because you're so like, they're going to be in awe of you. Hell, when you get through this, you're going to be in awe of you. Because they keep saying, like, look, the future is bright for you. We're going to have a happy family. We're going to have, you know, a good, stable income. We're going to have, like, loads of things to celebrate. There are other people over here. They're saying that you can rewrite your future. Don't feel like, you have to go through the same thing over and over and over again. This saying break free. Yeah, see? Again, it's like, see the resemblance in these two pictures, in these two cards? I'm blessed. This is so beautiful. They're saying that you are going to get married. You're going to have this beautiful, beautiful wedding. That there's going to be a lot of communication. They want you to open up your eyes and see that you are worthy of a beautiful, healthy relationship. A healthy relationship. You don't have to repeat anybody's stories. You don't have to repeat anybody's patterns. You don't have to carry anybody's burdens. You can set yourself free. And they're saying you're so smart and you're so beautiful. They're just saying, like, at least start by seeing how awesome you are, how far you've come, how valuable you are. And to always remember that. Again, leaving. I'm saying you could be, sometimes, again, they're saying it's like leaving the dynamics of relationships where you end up being hurt, or where there's gossip, or there's things like this. They're saying, like, stop fighting. Like, you keep trying to prove something to somebody, and then they even, like, you can give them 1,000 reasons and they're never going to see it. They're never going to admit to being wrong. They're never going to admit, it's like they're saying you keep giving things to people. You keep trying to heal people. You keep trying to help people. And it's like you're very trustworthy. And it's like the same thing over and over again. And your future spouse really wants you to know that there's something so much better, and that they can show you a whole different side of relationships where you're not addicted, where you're not chained, where you're not controlled, when you're free and when you're happy. And when nobody wants to, like, prove anything, and there's no power struggle. I think this is the sort of relationship that we're going to have, my darling. Yeah. Nobody's stealing anything. Nobody's trying to get away with anything. Beautiful, calm relationship. See, the devil keeps coming up. Guys, the devil keeps coming up. The energy of the devil keeps coming up. They're saying that you can set yourself free. You really can. And they keep saying, I believe in you, I believe in you. Like they're saying, stop, surrender to the divine. Like you're going to take a look at the they want you to take a look at the relationship dynamic in like from a different perspective. They want you to see that this is, I think I posted it a couple of weeks ago, that you can't make somebody love you by doing more of what they don't appreciate. And I feel like, this is sort of where you are going to change your way of thinking about a relationship, about a dynamic, and really see that there's a whole other way of being, of existing, of living, of thriving. Because again, I keep seeing like this person, they have you suspended. Somebody doesn't let you go. Somebody from the past, or somebody you could be interacting with now. But like they keep saying, this is not your future spouse. This is not your divine counterpart. Call them whatever you want, soulmate, twin flame, whatever. But they want you to know that whoever it is they are, that you need to feel happy with them. And that's the main thing. Like you don't have to prove your worth. You don't have to explain to them why you should be loved or why this relationship, like all relationships need work at some point or other, but with this runner and chaser and karmics and things like this, they keep saying it's like just see what you need to see, learn the lesson that you need to learn, and move on to happiness. Because that's what I want to give to you. That's what they're saying to you. Option number 3. And you can really, I think you can get your strength back. It's something, you know what I'm also seeing for some of you? It's somebody who disempowered you. When the elephants are little, they're tied with this little, they're tied like their feet are tied with a little like wooden plank. And when they grow up, they can easily like yank the wooden like stick out of the ground. But because they grew up with this conditioning that they can't, they don't walk away. It's the same thing with you. It's somebody who made you believe that you can't walk away or that you don't have the power. And they keep saying that this isn't true anymore. That, like literally, that you can just take the chains off and you're very, very powerful. So that's what I'm seeing for you, option number 3. It's all about setting yourself free, because there's something so beautiful for you. There's loads of freedom and loads of happiness and loads of acceptance. But again, they keep telling me that for a lot of you, and bear in mind that this is a general reading, but they're saying for a lot of you, you might think that this person whom you're thinking about right now is the one, but they're saying no. Just like try to take things, see things from a different perspective, from a different point of view. It will come to you. I'm saying it will come to you. Alright, my lovelies, so that's what I have for option number 3. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. Please like, share and subscribe. Remember to hit that notification button so you don't miss out any of my other upcoming videos for personal readings on future spouse, on career, spiritual guidance. You could always email me. My email is in the description box below. So is the link to my Patreon page with exclusive content, additional discounts, magical rituals, and loads of more other interesting stuff. So make sure to check it out. Alright, my lovelies, take good care of your amazing selves now. Bye.